Hello guys, welcome to my channel Dev Online. Today we are creating this 3D or social button with your image and some text transition effect. Before we going to code, please subscribe my channel for more videos. So let's get started to the code. Here is I have a blank. I already create two pages, index HTML and style CSS. Here I already paste here the images which I'm going to use it. So let's get started with the HTML basic structure here, and after this I'm going to give him like a body element, or you can say just a call box wrapper. And so this is basically, you can consider like as a body. And after this I'm doing a cube wrapper. So this is the cube wrapper, and in this cube wrapper we will have front and back. So in this cube wrapper we have to create two more classes. So basically I'm going to make one div. In this div I'm going to define cube top, and the other one div class cube front. So one basically is the top come from the top, and now have to style CSS. So here the first we have a box wrapper. So let's start with the box wrapper at least. So this is box wrapper. So we can tell them the font size of box wrapper should be 21 pixel, width 100%, minimum height 800 pixel, text align. When I'm saying text align should be, where is it, center, or we can say left or center. Okay, left, top 80 pixel, and display we can say as a block. Now we have second this cube wrapper, basically the shape of this cube wrapper. So we have to design the cube wrapper. So let's start with the cube wrapper. Width, we need to define width, what should be width. So we say 250 pixel width, and height same 250 pixel. Top we need 50%, left we need 50%, sorry, 50%, position absolute. I'm giving them a border. Border I will be show you later. So the box shadow basically we can see on the white page. So 10 pixel, top, bottom, left, right. So left have a 51 pixel and -7 pixel, and has to give him some color RGBA. If you guys, it's basically black color with alpha transition, so that's why it's coming. So I save it, and let's check out how it works. I think it's not saved. Cube wrapper. Oh, sorry, I never linked the CSS file. That's why I was weird why it's not work, nothing is coming up. So style sheet, href, and here is our style css. Now I save it and check. So now you can see here a box type. So we have to implement this cube section in the box. So now have to tell the dot cube. In the cube have div, basically have a two div, so that's why we telling like a width 250 pixel. Sorry. So we have to define by percentage width, height, and top 0, left 0, because it's inside in the wrapper, so we need to fully cover the wrapper, whatever size of wrapper. That's why 100% and no margin left right. Position absolute. So this we done with cube div. Now we have to define the images. So the first have a front image. For the front we have the cube front of the class. So we have background here. We can change the background. Just put in the URL, and the URL you can say here. So this is the background. We say other color is this, and no repeat. No repeat. And also we have to define background size. Okay, what should be the size, because sometimes the pictures are bigger, and so we have to define background size, and we just tell them 100% of background size of the cube there. Same like we can define the cube top section, background as a URL, and in the URL we have a social GPG, the second image, and the same thing I'm going to give her to, and the background size 100%. So let's check it out how it looks like now, and we can see here the image, but we cannot see the front one, the top one, because we is coming in the same div, so that's why it's not we can see. So let's create this. Sorry, I have a bad throat problem today. Now we have to tell them to the cube top position. I think it's cube top and cube front. Okay, so here we are telling to, in the top, however, we need to define the transform a little bit, transform, and we have to translate it as 0 and 50%, and we need to rotate it basically. So rotate x side, and it should be 90 degree, 90 degree, but I'm wrong, because 50% is on the positive come, we have to give him negative scene, so minus 100, negative 100%. And here we have transform origin, from where is going to become going minus 100%, so we need to tell them go by bottom. Now we have to give the cube div. Here is in the cube div we also define the style. So transform style, we need to transform style. Which style should be transformed? So we say present 3D effect, and also transition we need to specify the transform property, and the transition is and out. Let's save. Now we have the hover effect dot cube wrapper, say hover dot, so then dot cube section. When we hover on the cube wrapper, so the cube section come up and is relate with the transform with translate, and we need to tell them because it's y 0 and negative 100%, so we say 0 and 50% come, and rotate x 90 degree, negative 90, because before we say 90 degree, now we have to give him opposite to come up. So we have to check now how it looks like. So now you can see the image come up and show. So let's give him some border radius, so it can wrap in the, so the cube div, which we have to give him some border radius, which is given 25 pixel. Check it out again, and we can refresh now. So the div is came on the 25. Now we have to give to the wrapper. The wrapper also, the cube wrapper here, and here is the cube wrapper border radius 25 pixel. So now we can check. Now you can see is totally in the middle. Now we have to add some text with it on this image page, and like a little bit information. So for this, first we have to add some text in the top one, because basically is the top section. So in this I can add with the h2 class, have title. In the title I'm just putting my name, Zam, and this here is P. I'm giving it just paragraph or information. You guys can name it. Connect with me on Facebook. So we can title this. If you now check, so the text should be come up on this, but we have to little bit design the text. So here you remember class title and paragraph. So in this section on the, we have to define the title now. So for this we just say cube wrapper, cube wrapper title. In the title we name to the font size. I'm giving a font size 30 pixel. Font weight, giving 700. Color white, I'm just putting a white like this. Font family needed sans serif. Text align, we have to be in the middle, so center. Margin left no need, so we can say margin left 0, and position relative So for now we can tell him that's from the top is should be 0% and opacity is 0, so it should be not seen whenever before now. So now we have to give him some transition effect when it's uh, going by hover effect. So transition all 1 second ease transition with 10 ms 10 millisecond. Same, now we need to make a hover with it, so dot cube wrapper and to hover, and then dot title should be when it's hover on the cube wrapper, so the title comes the top, from the top should be come down to 39%, and we give him opacity 1 to show up. And also now we need to define the transition effect of 0.5 sec and the cubic b01, so which is basically cubic bezier all included. So here is 1 minus dot 53 and then dot 405. I'm just doing some calculation before I was did some calculation, and now I have 10 millisec cubic. So here we can see, now you can see a little bit difference when it's come. So you can see Nizam is came here, the name, the title changed from the top down. Now we need to create one underline, the like line which is came or after hover it. So let's define it dot cube wrapper wrapper and have a title dot title, and after title we say title after. So basically the after we have a content, so the content should be empty string, and after this the width for the first time width is 0, and then height I'm giving out just 1 pixel height, and the background means what should be the color of the line, so the background should be white too, and position absolute, where is the heading, title, bottom we say 9 minus 8 pixel, and left 0, right 0, basically because we don't need from anywhere, and margin 0 auto. At the end we have to give him some transition effect on 1 sec is 0 second. So now when we hover, the same like the cube wrapper is a pretty good core doing. So dot title, and we can say dot title after when we hover, so the right title after what's going to be, width is going to 80%, not fully of the length of the card, we just 80% of the card have to took it. And then transition we give them all 1 sec is point in 8 second basically finish it. So that's the thing. So now you can see here when we refresh the page, and you can see the lines come up with the text. Now we need to design the paragraph, so the same kind of style which is I give him to the title. So I'm just going copy this all, not the after one, the title here, copy and paste it here, and change with the para, as our class name of this is paragraph. So when I say paragraph, it's come like this, 39%. The font size I can change to the 14 pixel or 16 pixel, and the font should be weight is 400, and let's check now. So now you can see it's come up down here. You can change the color or whatever. So here is our 3D awesome effect. I hope you guys enjoy. Please, if you guys have any question, please comments below. See you in next video. Thank you.